So, with the Valkyries in 12th, we are going to have our 11th ranked team. And I think I contemplated between two, but we're going to put the Washington Mystics. I'm going to have the Washington Mystics in here as the 11th ranked team next year. Mainly because they're not trying to win. Like, they're not trying to win. And I don't like putting teams that are... I don't like over-predicting from teams that are not trying to win. I think they've got a very... This is not a bad team. This is really not a bad team. Like, they have up there with the best... I think the only team who's a better front court rotation than them is the Sky. But, like, if you look at the roster for the Mystics, they have Shakira Austin, who has played on Team USA, is an all-star-ish level player. You've got Sika Kone, who I rate her so highly. You've got Brittany Sykes, or Emily Engstler, who can play the fours really, really well. You've got Aaliyah Edwards. You've got Steph Dolson and Kiki Riefen. Like, I genuinely, like, don't know how many minutes Kiki Riefen's going to play. Shout out Lucy Olsen, almost certainly making the roster. But, like, this is... The guard rotation for this team is Shug Sutton, Jade Melbourne, who's fine, Sykes, Citron, and Lucy Olsen. That is the worst guard rotation in the WNBA. That is worse than the Valkyries. Julie Vanloo would start for this team. No way fans or buts about that. Carla Late would start for this team. No way fans or buts about that. Like, this is as bad a guard rotation with the best big rotation. Like, when we look at pure wings, like threes, Citron kind of is a 3. Engstler's kind of a 3. That's it. You've got 2. You've got 2. Like, Kiki Riefen can't play the 3. Dolson obviously can't play the 3. Sika Kone can't play the 3. Shakira Austin, Leah Edwards, none of them can play the 3. And I understand the 2 and the 3, there's not that big of a difference. But when you've got Steph Dolson, who is a really good pick and pop big, you've got a player like that, and then you've got players like Aaliyah Edwards who might start, but Shakira Austin's going to start. Are they going to start Shakira Austin at the 5 and Aaliyah Edwards at the 4? Then why is Dolson sitting on the bench? They're trying to lose, so why do they still have Dolson on their team? If you're trying to lose, you could definitely get something for Dolson. She's not a complete toxic contract. You could have definitely gone to the Fever and said, we will give you Steph Dolson and you give us a second round pick in Katie Lou. And there's no way the Fever wouldn't have said yes to that during the offseason. Steph Dolson would have been the best backup center in the WNBA. And if Steph Dolson didn't want to come off the bench, then she sure as hell is not going to want to come off the bench for a team that stinks. Lucy Olsen isn't going to play. So I'm looking at this team right here and I'm like, you're not losing anyone to Eurobasket. But you've got the worst guard rotation we've seen. It's the worst guard rotation than both the Wings and the Sparks, who won single-digit games last year. Like, to be fair, on paper, the Wings should not have won single-digit games. The Wings just sucked. And this is their team. And I would be... If I'm them, I'm definitely... Look, I'm cutting Lucy Olsen for Grace Berger. They're the same player. Grace Berger is better. I'm making that cut. They're both mid-range shooters. They both struggle on defense. They're both mediocre defenders. They're both at 5'10", 5'11". So, it is... I just don't rate this team very highly. I think that it's the only reason that I'm going to be watching this team. I'll be watching... And again, look, people don't understand this. I watch almost every WNBA game. Any of the 3 a.m. games, I wake up and watch them on double speed and skip through all the cutoff points and breaks. I watch every game. The only reason I'm going to be excited to watch this team play is Lucy Olsen. And I have to say, Citron is going to be solid. Sykes is fun to watch. But the thing is, Sykes is probably just going to purely focus on defense. And there's a bunch of players here. There's a whole bunch of players I like on the Mystics. They just don't have the firepower in any way on offense from the guard position. Like you cannot have a team that's possibly starting Shug Sutton win many games. You cannot have that. You cannot have a team possibly starting Shug Sutton in the WNBA. Like that is like expecting to win games starting Christy Wallace. And the only person who thought that Christy Wallace was a dog was Christy Sides. Like you're not going to win many games starting Shug Sutton. And like I would assume Jade Melbourne's going to start at the 1. I would assume it's going to go Melbourne, Sykes, Citron. And then who the hell plays the 4 and 5? Like Dolson, Austin? Is Aaliyah Edwards going to play? Emily Engstler. If you're not going to play Emily Engstler, go and trade her. You can get something for Emily Engstler. Emily Engstler, Lynn Dunn, what were you doing? Emily Engstler will be so good for the Fever. You replace Bree Turner with Emily Engstler if you're the Fever, and you are golden. You're absolutely golden if you made that swap. And the Fever freaking had her. She should still be on her rookie deal. She should still be on her rookie deal for the Fever. But obviously Lynn Dunn goofed. But yeah, the Mystics, like starting off the season, like the dream game, is that their first? That's the first game night of the season, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's the first night of the season. I'm not watching that live. I'm watching the Wings, but that's the first game of the season. Then they're playing Connecticut. Like they might start off 1-1, and the Valkyries, they should start off 2-1. They should start off 2-1, and if you start off 2-1, that allows you to go on a 10-game loss streak and still probably not be at the bottom. You can go on a 10-game loss streak if you just go 2-1, and they have. Look, getting to 1 month into the season, they have a week break in June, which helps. It does help. They have a week break in June. So with that, like, I don't think they're going to be that. They're going to maybe have a bad record to start us off, but I still have them in 11. I just don't think there's the talent level is there. And as well as that, I just don't think they want to win. I don't think they want to win enough to be any higher than 11, if I'm being honest. Like, and yeah, let me know what you guys think, but I just don't like over predicting teams that aren't trying to win. And I don't think the Mystics are trying to win, if I'm being completely honest.